Hey guys, this is Typhorce Reacts, and I am back to react to Death Battle Among Us versus Fall Guys. Well, it's here, I guess. um, so back a few weeks ago, before Bowser versus Eggman, Death Battle tweeted out or something like that the next time was something that that in their words, you guys convinced us that it would be a fun fight. So I figured it was going to go one of two roads. One of them was Among Us versus Fall Guys, and the other one was Doomsday versus SCP 6 something. I don't know. It's the unkillable lizard. And that's actually a fight I kind of want to see, just to introduce everyone to the SCP universe, because that's really fun. But no, they went the route of Among Us versus Fall Guys, and okay, I will not lie, I think this battle is going to be kind of fun. I think the previews definitely nailed it for me, because I was just like, I was not a big fan of the matchup simply because I just saw it as a big joke. And here's the thing, I do, like, I can appreciate joke matchups, but I'm just not all that into them most of the time. Like, for example, Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man. I wasn't all that into it, and plus the episode itself wasn't really all that great either. It had some interesting things about it. It just wasn't the best one. But after the previews going through, like, the universes of Among Us and Fall Guys, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. And who do I think is going to win? That is an excellent question. Because scaling with both of these series can get really wacky. Like, apparently, like, they might be including some Fortnite stuff for Fall Guys, but that includes like a Big Bang scenario, but who even knows if they're even going to count that at all? Because that was like at the very tail end of their preview, so maybe they'll just hand wave it away. They aren't including any crossovers, but yeah, Among Us, I am definitely rooting for Among Us because I have much more of a connection to it. Because one thing, I followed the Henry Stickmin series ever since Escaping the Prison came out. That was a long time ago, back in the good old days of Stick Page and, Flash games and stuff like that. And, following through, and then finally, all the way to completing the mission, and, love that. And then all of a sudden, oh, they also made Among Us, and I played quite a few games of Among Us, and I thought it was pretty fun. I never played Fall Guys, but I at least had some kind of passing appreciation for it. But that is the reason why I'm rooting for Among Us, and I'm probably going to be placing my bets on them. We'll see what the preview shows, though. So, yeah, it's really only because, teamwork helped Bowser beat Eggman, and I do think the Among Us crew has better teamwork than Fall Guys, because on the one hand, yeah, there is an imposter among them, but at the same time, they're all working together to complete tasks and stuff like that, and they're constantly suspicious, but they can work together really well. It's just, the one imposter is always there. One or two imposters, really. Then there's the Fall Guys. And while I do think there are some, like, cooperative modes, and there even are some games where you have to, compete alongside other people, work together, at the end of the day, the Fall Guys are all against each other. It's a free-for-all, with only occasional bits of teamwork. The Among Us crew are always working together, except for the imposter, but that goes without saying. So that's where I'm placing my bets for now. We'll see where the previews take us, but I am rooting and betting on Among Us. So I guess we'll see, how this plays out. So I've been prattling on way too long. Let's just jump right in, and we'll start things up in 3, 2, 1, play.
This battle is
I can't believe the day is finally here. Oh my gosh. Okay, they opened it up with the Among Us sound.
The year was 2020. The long
Oh,
wait as
okay.
we all
We're not even
experienced
doing
the
an
most
introduction.
viral
All right.
sensation in recent years. It was Among Us.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's the
And
introduction
it's
we're
our job
doing.
to analyze
Okay.
their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right. Let's get into this.
In the lonely dark of space, aboard a malfunctioning vessel, a peculiar crew of bean-shaped astronauts must work together to save their souls.
And yes, that is her actual body
Tons
shape.
of stuff
It's
could go wrong at any moment.
and both
it's
of them
up to
have a
these colorful
manga, too,
clowns
so
to fix
this
it.
gets
Impressive,
insane.
since their spacesuits don't seem to have any arms.
Oh, that's not actually a suit. That's just how they are.
yeah, that's
Wait,
just
what?
how they look.
Ew, why?
More on that later. The tasks they undertake to save their ship require varying degrees of
Reportedly good friends with
difficulty
Fall
and
Guys.
skill.
All right.
It may not take much to reconnect some wires in the cafeteria, but it
They
certainly
reproduce
does
asexually.
to clear
I'm not sure if I
asteroids when
wanted to
your
know
ship
that.
is moving faster than light.
If that's not a suit, then why do they have a cafeteria when they don't have a mouth?
At
I have no
any
mouth
point,
that I
these
must
creatures
use.
must draw from medical training.
Was not
electrical
expecting
skills,
the
and
I have
mechanical know-how.
no mouth that I have a
Okay,
screen
but it's
reference.
total chaos. So teamwork is key. They gotta spread out and trust that while they're all swiping cards, they have each other's backs. Right?
Well, success is always uncertain, as though fate has placed some external force that stands between this species and their survival.
Yeah.
There's an imposter among them. I mean, among us. But not us, though. Right, Wiz? Right?
For the 9th time, I'm not an imposter.
That's just what an imposter
Yeah, and
would
it was
say.
very
They're
clearly
shape-shifting
inspired by the
aliens.
Thing
They could
movie,
be
and
anyone,
I
or
love
any
that
mad
movie. I just saw the whole
scientist
thing
in
for
a
the first
lab
time
coat.
this past
The
Halloween,
imposter
so
threatens the
very
pack
fun.
and pushes them towards extinction by any means necessary.
Why is that
Anything
for
from
the cover?
damaging
Okay.
lights to wrecking the ship's reactor.
All right.
Which can be tricky to fix in time. Even though imposters are naturally skilled at crawling through the vents, the crewmates need special engineer training to do the same. So not all of them can McLean it up.
All while the imposters conceal their motivations and infiltrate the herd. The others always know something isn't right, and the imposters use that paranoia to motivate their prey into ejecting each other into space. Just for being kinda sus.
Yeah, Wiz is the imposter.
He does seem to know an awful lot about these aliens. And just to put it out there, it isn't me.
That's
Yeah,
a good point.
I wonder
Have
who
you
it
ever
is.
Heard him say sus.
No, what do you mean? Knowing a lot is literally my job.
Ear canals!
Ah, jeez, fix your mic, dummy.
I agree with the metal bowling ball.
Well, I knew the sussy baka from the start. And again, just to be very clear,
Yeah,
it isn't me.
Same here.
Oh, come on. Anyone could be the imposter, Boomstick. It's completely random.
Random starts with R and so does. Oh,
Oh
I
my-
know who it
oh,
is.
okay.
It's always the red one.
Wait, what?
Oh, all
It
right.
isn't me.
Okay, that ended differently. Yeah, there we go. He was one of them.
Oh, right. There's
I'm not
usually
sure how the
two
game didn't
imposters.
end.
Dear God.
The imposters
I'm not sure
aren't
how the
just
game didn't end
tricksters.
immediately.
They're
There's not
also
enough players for
hunters,
two imposters to be running
bloodhounds
around.
tracking and
Or,
assassinating
or are
crewmates
they?
when
No,
they
no,
least
there's enough for
They'll
two. Okay.
snap their
Yeah,
necks,
all right.
Stab them with a knife. Shoot them with a desert eagle.
Yeah.
Use their freaking tongues to impale their faces. Oh God! Right
Yeah.
for the visor.
They may look like they're wearing spacesuits, but that's not a visor. That is their actual face. Examining
And
their
they even include the
cross-section
Henry
reveals
Stickmin
their
face.
insides
Okay, I love
always
that.
match the color of their
Can't wait for
bodies,
Henry Stickmin to
and
get in
that
a
they're
death battle.
comprised
That'd be
of
really
exactly
fun.
one large bone, which must mean their ability to
It's-
walk is entirely muscle-based.
Oh.
Their whole anatomy is one unsolvable mystery.
Ew! They've got
That-
human
that-
toes, buff arms for no reason, and can stretch like Mr. Fantastic? What are these freaky things?
No one knows. They don't even exist within the same realm of mortality as you or I. Even if one of them is killed or ejected into the lifeless void of space, they return as a ghost.
Ah, right,
Invisible,
yeah.
Incorporeal, unable to communicate with the living, but nonetheless still
But they can
among
still-
us.
Even
There we
beyond
go.
death, they can plot the demise of other crew.
Or become guardian angels for the living by literally shielding them.
That's gotta be one tough shield, because remember that Desert Eagle they holster? Apparently, that thing also fires a laser.
Oh,
that can
yeah, they're
rip
going into
apart
this.
whole
Just
planets.
blowing up
Good
planets.
God.
Great.
To split this planet apart like
Look
that
at
would
this.
need over 10 non-million tons of TNT.
That is certainly
number
a
so
word.
incomprehensible, you'd have to multiply 1 billion by 1 billion.
Okay.
Twice.
more than enough to
Oh, all
annihilate
right.
Earth over 160 million times. Which Seems like overkill for the space vampires. they were
right,
fighting.
yeah.
Right,
Weird.
the crew has crossed over with a variety of other universes.
Oh, they are just
Fortnite,
including
Vampire
crossovers,
Survivor,
alright.
Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, the classics.
Including this Henry Stickmin
There
guy.
it is.
Apparently, he's
Okay.
a kleptomaniac with a surprisingly wide and wacky arsenal all the crew can have.
Desert Eagle-eyed crewmates
All
will
right.
find Henry's weapons throughout the ship, like a banana bomb, a teleporter, a ninja
Yeah,
star,
the
and a
teleporter
magic
never works
pencil
though,
that
so
can bring drawings
I mean
to
it
life.
has worked twice,
These
but
creepy
like
Teletubbies can
out of
sketch
how many
whatever they
games?
want into existence, and they're suddenly everywhere I look now. Where's these little trash can people are freaking me out.
In a strange way, all of this makes sense for this fascinating species.
Wow,
In the face
okay.
of insurmountable
I read the
odds,
last
something
point
inside
there.
tells them to band together no matter what.
There
to
we
use
go.
all the tools available and try to survive again and again.
There
on
we
a
go.
ship, on
At
strange
the- at-
planets,
at the end of
anywhere
the
may
day,
be,
they
in
work
spite of
together
anything
to
that may be
win.
going on in the world. They either fix what's broken or face certain doom. But no matter what, they do it together.
Together.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. They did not find the
Hey, y'all,
other
this is Chad.
imposter,
If you
so
don't know, I voice Boomstick.
Oh,
At
okay.
1 p.m.
Hello.
Central today, Sam and I are going to be playing some Fall Guys and maybe some Among Us live here.
All
on the
right,
Geekbox
yeah,
channel
I knew
and
that
on
they were
Twitch.
doing that,
Hang
like-
out, have some fun.
yeah,
and who
they
knows,
started
you
they
guys enjoy it,
they
maybe
started
we'll do
before
some
I
more
could start
gameplay streams in
recording.
the
So
future. Hope to see you there.
I
Thanks.
I am the imposter. Oh no.
Welcome
All right.
to the bright,
If they're just
colorful
playing some
world
Fall Guys,
of
I wonder if
the
that's a spoiler.
Wonderdome.
I mean, they did
Natural
say they may be
habitat
playing some
for
Among
little
Us too,
beings
but
known as the
it was
Fall
advertised as them
Guys,
playing
who
Fall
race
Guys,
each other
so
through fun playgrounds with nothing
that
but
could mean a
clear
number of
skies
things.
above.
These lively obstacle courses showcase their inherent skills and abilities. As if drawn by natural instinct, they hurtle over barriers together and pass through various tests of strength, agility, and mental fortitude.
And it's pretty impressive considering how elaborate these bounce house courses get. How do these weebles wobble through it?
With a shocking level of innate parkour mastery that
right,
otherwise
yeah.
hasn't been seen
At the end,
since
they do seem to
2006.
have a bit
But
more mobility
honestly, not many of the
with
beans
gravity.
Make it.
So
and only one can be crowned
yeah.
the winner before
stars from their
everything
own
starts
manga.
all over
Yeah,
again.
there we go.
Which
Or
makes
League
for
of Friends
some
with the
very
Among Us crew.
friendly competition. Like survival of the fittest, but for a bunch of candy grimaces. They'll grab, shove, and slam into each other to make it out on top. Or even roll up into a ball and launch across the course. Self-preservation be damned.
And over time, the beans have evolved to higher levels of, let's call it imagination. The
Okay,
engineer
yeah,
Digi invented the creative device, so the
Yeah,
beans
they
can
have their
start
own
making and
creative
designing
mode.
new obstacles and challenges for themselves, as well as additional tools like wrecking balls,
Hmm.
wind-up boxes for punching foes, and even translators that make their nonsensical language intelligible.
But even at their best, they're still just flinging themselves over these obstacles like a bunch
Right,
of
yeah.
drunken lemmings.
This species seems to have a biological urge to navigate these courses for one singular purpose.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how the death battle's gonna play out because
I mean,
it's very clearly
if I
taking
could
place
be
on the
king for
ship,
a
but it's not
day,
exactly an
I'd push you
obstacle
off a
course.
cliff right now.
Very funny.
Maybe like their entire
Get away
goal
from
is to find the
Things in
imposter.
Thunderdome
So
can get wild. We've seen these goobers get smacked by giant mallets and fall into actual hot lava, but they always pop back up at the qualification stage later, completely unharmed. Somehow.
These remarkable creatures have demonstrated some dumbfounding durability, such as getting struck by meteors. That's a hit anywhere from 18 tons of TNT to 15 kilotons.
Wow,
But they
okay
still
then.
get right back up to Rube Goldberg themselves straight through
I
another
suppose
obstacle
we'll-
course.
On
We'll
top
figure
of
out
that,
how-
they were hit with the Big Bang and came out the
Yeah,
other
there we
side
go. Here's the
completely
Fortnite
fine.
thing.
Wait, what? Did I just say the Big Bang? Why do we even mention the meteor? Who cares?
Right, yeah.
Their suits are
Makes you wonder.
basically indestructible.
Boomstick.
it's
I hate to tell you this.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
Those aren't really.
yeah.
Don't say it.
Unfortunately,
Those aren't actually suits. That's their skin.
Oh man,
That-
people were getting weird back in
it-
2020.
it's-
Didn't they
yeah,
have better
2020
things to
was
do?
a
With
very
only
weird
arms,
year.
legs, and eyes, there must be some genetic mechanism inside the beans that causes them to be self-sustaining. Though after some dissection, it's unclear. This is an official image, by the way.
I don't know
Ugh.
what's more upsetting, that skeleton or the fact that these jelly beans are 6 friggin' feet tall.
Imagine
Right, yeah.
bumping into this thing in a dark alleyway.
Yeah,
No,
that
thank you.
that's freaky.
So,
Don't
this
get it out.
means when you start the game, you're just flat out naked? Just swing it away. Beans in the wind.
Strange such nakedness would be allowed, considering what's actually happening is the Fall Guys are contestants in a non-stop
Right, yeah,
24/7 game
at the end
show.
of- at the end of the day,
ultimate
this is a
knockout.
game show.
Yeah, that's what's actually happening here. So what might
Like,
be
it's all real, but it's
misconstrued
still
as
a
some
game
sort of
show.
migration cycle is really a brutal, never-ending gauntlet that takes advantage of their tunnel vision.
So it's like the Truman Show mixed with Wipeout and Naked and Afraid.
You know what?
happened to their
Fair
visions,
enough, yeah.
Colorful cartoon beans.
And they survive to keep playing the game
Doesn't
no
right, these are
matter
five
what.
friends in a row.
The
Just
game
as
makers have
hard
said
as
that
it
when the
seems.
beings
Okay.
fall to their death, they feel a moment of displacement, serenity, zen-like detachment from all worldly and physical bonds.
Okay.
And they pop back onto the podium to celebrate their achievements. That's an official quote.
They've
Okay,
also
then.
said they're strong enough to rip someone in half and can stretch their bodies so far they pass beyond the observable
Oh.
universe.
Okay.
Oh God, the Twitter feats.
Oh yeah! January 18th, 2022,
Oh, no.
9:14 a.m.
Oh, no.
The Fall Guy stretched so far, he exited the universe as we know it, and then he kept going.
Speaking of
Okay.
universes, the Fall Guys have seen dozens of guest stars from other stories and have learned from their cultures. Like flying around in the TARDIS of Doctor Who fame, wielding He-Man's power
I think
sword,
those relevant
launching
abilities.
Ryu's
Okay,
iconic
okay.
Hadouken,
All right, yeah,
or
fair
even
enough.
just becoming Pac-Man. They just become Pac-Man. They're Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Wiz, I
Yeah.
know we've seen some crazy
This
things
is-
on this
this
show,
is freaky.
but these 6 feet tall jelly bean monsters eat food through their feet. What are we about
Oh,
to
that-
rot
oh,
upon the
that's
world?
terrible.
Is this cute and colorful reality an endless void of darkness and despair? Revelations of disturbances too catastrophic for the human mind to process? A vicious cycle on this blue marble surrounded by
all right.
countless dead-eyed beans.
Pretty much.
Ah, cool, let's see them fight.
All right. Okay, wow, they didn't even go over any weaknesses they could have. That's,
mobile game with all the
yeah, this could go
superheroes
either
and
way,
the cool
honestly.
art. Oh,
Like,
are you
they
talking about
already
Marvel
included,
Snap?
like, the
Yeah,
Big Bang
that
feed
one,
from
the card
Fortnart. They
collecting
had...
game.
It's more than that.
They
Marvel
included
Snap is
that.
a
They included
fast-paced
Twitter
dueling
feeds of
card
like
game,
that one Fall
really
Guy
fast.
stretching
Both
past the
cards and
observable
locations
universe.
you play them in
Like,
have unique
I think if
abilities
it
that
comes
change
down
the
to
course
stats,
of a
I
match,
think it's
making
going
it
to
a
like,
real head-to-head battle.
yeah,
It's
it.
easy and quick to
They-
get into.
they might-
I
yeah,
was
I
kind
think
of
they
worried
might
I'd
give it
spend
to the
too much
Fall
time
Guys,
learning
like,
different cards and rules,
I
but
am
no, it's
still
actually
very much
really
rooting for
intuitive.
the Among Us,
And
but if
look
I
at
had to
that
place
3D
money
art.
on
So
something,
cool.
it's
There's
probably going to be on
hundreds
the
of
Fall
cards and
Guys.
thousands of art
That's
variants,
a
and they
terrible
add
thing
new
for me to
cards
say,
each
it feels,
week.
but...
Plus, they just opened
'cause
something
usually I'm just
new,
all
the
in on
Vault,
one
with
character,
all
but-
kinds of exclusive goodies.
Look, if they
Sure,
prove
but
me
hang on,
wrong,
this guy I'm playing against
I
right now is
I will
really
be
tough.
very much
That's
happy
because
that
it's
none
me,
Among Us
loser.
won, but...
Oh, shucks.
Did you
Download
not
the
see
Marvel
all of that?
Snap
They
app
didn't.
now.
They
Available
didn't
on the App
include like
Store,
any
Google Play,
weaknesses,
and
so that
Steam.
gives me
Or
some
visit
hope that they're going to bring that up in a post
marvelsnap.com to
analysis.
learn
But
more.
okay, all right, let's get through this. I want to get this over with because I
Alright,
kind of want to see what
combatants
happens.
are set. We've run
What's
the data
next
through
on
all
Death Battle
possibilities.
because
It's time
what are they going
for
to start off with
Death
2025? So
Battle!
all right, let's do this. There are imposters among us. They didn't say how many, but there are most likely just 2. Yeah, that's freaky. Okay, and the preview has ended. Let's see. Oh, okay. Everyone was ejected. What? All right. This suddenly got very, very weird. All right. Okay. I have no idea what's going on. So they're just hopping back and forth between their own respective universes, I guess. There we go. Oh, that's terrible. Ooh, oh. Ah, there's the other imposter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a simple knife probably ain't gonna do it. Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, banana. There we go. Okay. Oh wow, the teleporter actually worked. Okay. Okay, yeah, and there's... Okay, the ghosts are coming to help out. Oh, thanks to Pac-Man ate the ghost! Okay, yeah, this has no right going as hard as it does. Okay. Yeah, this has no right going so hard. What? Yeah, it's always distracted by they're always distracted by the one goal, the crowd. Oh, okay. So, oh. Oh, no. Oh! But the crowd's right there, so... Yeah, there we go. And it's doing a Fortnite dance, because of course he is. Alright. Yeah. Unfortunate,
when's the next
but...
episode? This is my new favorite show. Move over, chimp crazy.
We broke this down into 3 categories. Offense,
Alright.
defense, and the bizarre.
Yeah, the
Let's start
bizarre,
with
okay.
offense.
I mean, the bogus Among Us could blow up planets, not to mention moving faster than light to hit all those planets in one shot. It's kinda out there, but no Fall Guy has ever done anything like that.
Okay.
The crewmates clearly
Alright, the
get
crewmates
edge
take
in
offense,
offense.
okay,
Though their
alright.
impressive power matters less when we look at defense.
But yeah,
It's
there we
crazy
go.
how much damage the Fall Guys can walk off. They survived anything their course threw at them, took hits from meteors, and most importantly, survived the Big Bang.
Yeah,
Now
there
the
we go.
explosion that blew the whole freaking universe into existence. Easy edge for the bumbling beans.
We can
Alright.
even go a step further. Both of these creatures have demonstrated various forms of invulnerability and death
Alright.
negation, like how the Fall Guys could always pop back up for another round, or how the crewmates became ghosts when they die. However, only the Fall Guys had a viable counter. Only the Fall Guys could ensure that their foe stays dead.
Pac-Man,
okay.
He can become Pac-Man. Well, you know,
Alright.
ghost.
Yeah, there we go.
Brilliant.
Which leads us to the truly bizarre stuff
Okay,
about both of
let's go
these
with the
beanie
bizarre.
freaks.
They could both stretch their bodies to absurd lengths, but only the Fall Guys stretch beyond the observable universe in a matter of minutes. In fact, if we take these posting times literally, that would mean the Fall Guys can stretch
Okay,
at
yeah,
speeds
there we
over
go.
a quadrillion times faster than light.
I
Yeah.
don't know, Wiz. That feels like a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, there we go.
Wink.
The
Okay.
crewmates did have plenty of answers to the Fall Guys' hijinks, like a magic pencil sword to fight off He-Man's power sword, or how they could potentially hack Digi's creation.
Okay.
But the overwhelming amount of stuff that the Fall Guys have access to just dwarfs the
Yeah,
Among Us
fair
crew's
enough.
arsenal.
Okay.
I mean, Hadoukens, TARDIS, just the tip of the iceberg.
Small
Yeah,
bead
the
and big
spaceship
bead.
crew had a
Alright,
few
okay.
deadlier weapons among
Alright.
them, but the Fallen
Fun
Guys
times.
had too many options that could not be countered.
The crewmates may have been cunning and dangerous, but the one-track-minded
All
Fall
right.
Guys just wouldn't go down.
Making sure the losers of this fight were no longer
Among Us. Haha, okay.
Oh no, we never found the second imposter.
Ah, damn it!
Oh,
I knew that
okay.
stupid robot was sus.
Alright. Oh, okay.
So embarrassing.
Oh, okay, that's
Winner
fun.
is the Fall Guys.
I'm
and
good.
me.
Yeah, there we go. She was the other imposter.
Next
Okay.
time on
Alright,
Death
let's
Battle.
okay, let's see. And they're doing Kratos versus Ashura. Alright. Okay, this is going to be a very fun battle.
Subscribe and join as a member
All
to
right.
see more Death Battle.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, there's a
Hope
bit
you
more.
enjoyed the
Okay,
episode,
no,
but the
never mind,
battle's
no,
not
no.
over because
Okay,
Sam and I are
so-
going head-to-head in Fall Guys.
Yeah,
maybe some Among Us,
I
live on the Death
figured,
Battle
like,
YouTube
once we
channel
start
right now
going
and
over the
Twitch.
more
Hope to see you
ridiculous
there.
feats Fall Guys went into, yeah, the outcome kind of started becoming obvious. I'm surprised they gave the Among Us guys the offense advantage, but what good is the offense advantage when the defense advantage is just so much higher? So, yeah, alright. But yeah, Kratos versus Ashura, but yeah, Among Us versus Fall Guys, very fun episode, whatever. Kratos versus Ashura. Or Asura. I'm calling him Ashura. So, I've never played either of their game series, or rather, Kratos' game series, and then there's Ashura with his one singular game. Honestly, it's surprising he hasn't gotten on Death Battle before this. He's had plenty of opportunities throughout the years. Like there's Broly, there's yeah, it's mostly been Broly that I've been seeing with him. I mean, there's also Hulk, I guess, but like he's already been confirmed to be fighting Godzilla in the future, so he was kind of off the table to begin with. But yeah, once Kratos versus Ashura popped up in their, both of their champion ballots and got runner-up both times, it was only a matter of time before it got an episode. And it's more of a case of on-screen feats versus lore, because on the one hand, on screen, Kratos has trouble opening a treasure chest. But in terms of lore, it can get pretty nutty. With, multiversal statements, scaling to Norse mythology and, the multiverse that's involved in that with, like, all the different realms. But you don't really see that in-game, really. It's only within the lore of God of War. And then there's Ashura. And while there's not a whole... I mean, I guess there is lore to Ashura's universe, but it's much more blatantly obvious, because Ashura just has... Literally, I think the first boss was a giant fist, that was the size of a planet, and Ashura punched it back. Like, that's the kind of things we're dealing with here. So I think if we go by lore, Kratos wins, but if it's just by on-screen feats, yeah, Ashura wins pretty handily. But this is a very complicated matchup to get into, and if you have to include everything, that includes lore. So if I had to place money on someone, it's going to be Kratos. And honestly, I'm probably rooting for him too. I haven't played God of War. I have seen a lot of the original series' cutscenes, and I have seen people play the second series of God of War, really, God of War 2018, I think it was, and God of War Ragnarok. So yeah, but yeah, very fun episode we had here. Sad the Among Us guys did not win, but that was kind of expected. But yeah, can't wait for Kratos vs. Ashura. That's going to be great. So I got nothing else to say, so I'm just going to end the video here. So yeah, until next time, guys. See ya.